Hey everybody, sorry I haven't done a video in a while. I've been so busy working on my N-scale stuff, doing all kinds of stuff, been 3D printing a lot more stuff, and I finally got back to my truck. It may not look pretty anymore because I have slammed this, I don't know how many times in the wall or into something and broke the body panels off. This time I got more glue on it, so hopefully this actually helps and works a lot better. The paint has chipped off of it, and you see a little bit of body filler. I'm like, oh, Aiden took the primer off. So that primer didn't stick. That's awesome. My allergies are kicking in a little bit. But you can see, end gauge or end scale is what it is. I got hot air balloon, a lot of cars. This is only half of it. I'll show you guys more of it. My new building I got, American Appeal, I think is what it's called. And you can see in front of me, I have a newer style body kit. Well, I printed out the first time, and somehow I had the same body kit. So what happened was, I didn't catch it. When I cut these in half, you can kind of see this cut mark where it's at. And I took the front and back piece that I had and made it like this. Well, I took the same pieces from one side and made it one only, and then I took it and flipped it around and did the other side, which did not match, did not look right. And I'm like, oh, I didn't catch that. I should have looked harder. This time around, I went back into CAD, re-edited it. This time, I have the right one. So this actually looks correct, and I got the left. So now, the holes are here, but they are correct. So now when you're looking at it, this looks correct. And when you look at this side's got that little more upper edge, which is right here. So now it's got the more back part like it should. And let me tell you, let's see, what side is this? This is my right side. This thing is going to look pretty sweet with the new tires I'm about to get. So definitely it's going to look a lot better. It's going to look kind of weird. But that's kind of what I want to go for. Like something like that. And I realized my axle's off. I believe. Because this side looks pretty good like that. This side has got more of the tires showing. So I'm like, oh, I think I got my axle off. But when I'm looking at it, everything looks exactly right in the middle. So I don't know. I might. So I found some tires for this D12. There are off of, what's that one RC truck made by Traxxas? It's Gymkhana, Kim Block's Ford truck kind of version of it. It's the rims that I found. So I'm going to use that. So that's what I'm going to go for. So, like I said, I've been resin printing a lot of stuff and 3D printing. This is resin. Filament is hard plastic, much as this is, and I'll show you guys what I've been up to. I got me a building here, another building here that needs another coat of paint. I have printed this out once before. I got Bugatti, Chiron. What else have I printed? A step-on 2 box that didn't kind of print out. That was one. These were on my Endler. This was on my cousin's machine, Endler. I haven't tried my Neptune yet. And in resin printing here, I have made semi-trailer itself, but I got to figure out how to kind of seal this up without it bowing out when I cure it in my cure machine. This is a wash and cure, UV cure. So I can put water in this now instead of alcohol, because that's a lot of money wasting alcohol. Now I can just put water, put it in here, and it washes everything for me, but I've been using this tap. So I got my little campers I did up. Those look sweet. And then I should have it more like this. This is a water base where I could just wash it, no matter. Got a couple car trailers. I wanted some of these again. They look really awesome. And then more stuff over here, more snowcats. Little factory parts, moonshine stills. Got a couple of these buildings, more of that. printing out this pretty cool sign. Figured to show you guys what I've been up to, and got a special project for that. It's pretty sweet. It's a tripod and a little phone stand. That's pretty cool. What else have I printed out? Oh yeah, more stuff from my daughter because she likes Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic, and I got Stitch, and I forget what else I have for her. I made a little N-scale helicopter that looks pretty sweet, but my machine does not like the rotors, whatever you want to call it. And then I got one that's not with rotors and stuff on it, because it's going to be like on a trailer, because I think it'd be kind of cool. And then I made a Knights Templar in resin, painted a primer. It actually looks a lot cooler. The detail on this thing is phenomenal. And if I can kind of see, well, maybe it's on, oh, I'm sorry, right there. If my camera can zoom focused. Maybe turn my flash off, maybe then it'll focus, yeah. You can kind of see there's some skulls on there. There's skulls right back here. On this side, right here, a little eagle. Kind of cool stuff on it. A lot of detail, and I love that kind of stuff. Now I'm thinking about doing more of this medieval kind of stuff, because that's awesome. I have made Jack the Skeleton in resin. Made a little puppy dog on my Neptune. Yeah, it came on my Neptune. I have made Futurama ship that I got finished painting up. I have even made, what do you call this? Fifth wheel for my WPL 6x6 truck. I'm going to make a 6x6 out of it. Now that I got the wheels and stuff, I can 3D print it. Call that good. Made some cargo containers for HO scale and N scale. These are the wrong scale. These are for HO, but I made them for like the wrong scale, which is still gonna be fine. But I can find use for it. Same with this stuff here. And then I made him a helicopter for his N scale layout. And then he doesn't have it, but I'll show you guys. I made double stacks, or they call well cars, W-E-L-L cars. Excuse me. Pretty cool. And I love the super glue. And the activator spray, oh, seconds it'll get hard to glue. And then out here is my layout. I know most of you guys probably ain't interested in it, but I'm just going to show you guys anyway. I made flat cars, I made more containers, more flat cars that are a little bit stretched them out. I took the file and stretched it and didn't really pay the consequence to that. It is what it is. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, that's a bummer, but nothing I can do about it. I corrected it. Now I can make a longer, the correct kind. I can't wait to see what that looks like. Little campers, some Jeeps, some more snow cats. This stuff here is what I bought on eBay. I have bought these right here. Made these myself. And then half of these in here I bought and I made these. So like the little hammocks, I scaled them down and got them to the right size I want. Same thing with some of these like that. Kind of made them look cool. And I got one that's got little rockets and stuff in it that someone had. I believe these were in the set. I believe this one was a set. This was a set. But when I put it on my resin printer, because the resin does a better job in detailing, as you can see. And I made truck beds. This whole thing's full of cars. You can see some of them right there. And some of the files I do edit and have it edit. And kind of go from there. Bin site, grain bin with the augers. That's pretty cool. I customized the name on this one, instead of being like Bob Steele Used Cars, I put Nick's Used Cars because that's my name, Nick. So I figured why not. And I'm going to be having a stock car track out here for drag strip because my daughter's been bugging me to get them back out so she can play with them. But I bought this one for her for Christmas last year. And I think a few years ago I bought that one too. That's on my Nick's Shop channel, so you can see that one. But I do have a lot more stuff going on. This is going to be my staging yard slash fuel depot, get sand. And then down the ways is going to be like a little, my blue building is going to be like a little shop. And this layout is pretty massive. And yes, you see, I did get a feature on my building, but the building is incorrect because the front part right there is not correct. That's the part that goes toward the water, and it has like that little window bridge, but I don't care. Different, doesn't hurt. Most of the stuff right here, I have 3D printed all these. I don't have my little Hummers and stuff out there. No, I don't. I bought some Hummers and stuff off of eBay. This guy I bought off eBay. These I all resin print my tractors. I bought this tractor, made this, I made this, I made this combine. Bought that combine off eBay. I bought this farm stuff right here. The only thing that I have made myself is the silos, the big mansion house, this building, this little piece in this house. The rest of this I bought right here from the barn. I was like Walter's kid, I believe. I was like $50 for that barn. But most of this stuff I bought at a train show. I got some of these buildings and cars like that, semis, cab overs. I love cab overs the most. Made those little huts right there the military sleep in. The little out of blue building. And those 3 buildings right there I made. And the rest of the stuff I bought in that Fast and Furious house, as you can see right there on my layout, and it's a straight scale. The red building right there I made. The blue building I made. And the bigger red building right there I made. And on filament. And then 3D printed a bridge. Resin printed a lighthouse. That was fun to put together. That little coal piece building right there, the brown and with the little arch on the side, I printed that out myself too. Everything else I bought. I bought the 3D printed UFO, which is pretty sweet. Didn't know that was actually 3D printed, so I bought it. Until I got it, I was like, oh, that's sweet as heck. Bought this. I made tofu shop with the tofu A86 Toyota. 3D printed the courthouse that looks like from the Back to the Future. I printed out a hotel. I printed out the Ghostbusters building with the Ghostbuster car. I think that looks sweet. It needs to be, I think, a little bit bigger though. I 3D printed the fire station. Did another resin print, but this one was actually on filament. That was on my Endler, the old machine. 3D printed this building. And I have that other new building I printed out. It's going to go right here. So this is going to finish off my street runner pretty nicely. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know. This is different for me to do on my RC channel, but I figured why not show everybody to kind of go over. This is the building I talk about right here that I 3D printed and made it different because the guy, he just had this little piece come down and that was it. I made the whole bottom piece here with this little piece, and then I made all this right here on filament. I'm gonna get that out of the sunlight though, because that way it doesn't heat up in the building too bad. And then I got another couple buildings and stuff. Z-scale track. Oh, that's bright. Mountains made out of plaster. And then a lighthouse that actually is gonna light up. It's pretty sweet. I just gotta make sure like that, somehow try to get it like that, but I ain't done yet. So, and then I 3D printed a castle on my Endler. That was pretty sweet. But my brother made a good point. It should have been a little bit smaller because you're looking on a hill. It should be a little bit tinier, which in my case, I didn't think about that. I just kind of guessed, and I'm like, I want it a little bit bigger. So I kind of guessed on it, and it should have been a little bit smaller, but it is what it is. But I got to re-primer it because the stone paint I did here kind of a little bit got on the side of it, so I'm like, crap. But it is what it is. Got some resin printed canoes, some because this is gonna be like my what do you call this place, campground going to be, and all this. This is why I've been so busy, haven't done any new videos, is this is why. So I hope y'all understand. Like most of these cars I got were bought. This I had made on my 3D printer. Yeah. Or was this resin? Nope. 3D printed on the machine filament. This was filament made. I bought one of these buildings, and my brother gave me one of these buildings. I think it was this one, or my cousin gave me one of these buildings too. I think it was this one, but I can't remember. I took it on the bandsaw and cut down the side, that way it makes it look neater. And then I printed this out, resin printed this out. Doesn't look too bad. And here's a better look of the Fast and Furious house. That looks pretty sweet. Now I just need one more car. Is the green Mitsubishi. That's the thing I need. The Mitsubishi Eclipse. That's what I need to complete it. Still looking for it. But if anybody knows where to find it, let me know. And then I resin printed this. This is all filament here. This is like a little guardhouse or switcher house kind of thing. Keep an eye on here. Real grand truck that I bought on eBay. Little cabin I'm going to put somewhere. And then this is going to be the bunk houses. And then this is just like a normal building that I'm going to have for like, maybe like right here. Now I just got to find barbed wire fence. I'm just going to buy it because I tried to resin print it. It didn't come out right. So maybe someone has a file out there I can buy. These houses are just sitting here. So my army base is going to go from like something like this all the way around. And then have like a little train track going inside of it. It's going to be pretty sweet. That way I'm going to have an army train along with it. And that's all I can think of right now. So if you guys like what I see, if you want to subscribe, it's called N Scale Division. I do HO scale on it, N scale, obviously. And also I can look outside my track, outside, and there's tracks and stuff. Minus the factory building next door, because it's a green, I got green style, grain factory there. A grain factory there, just like on the other side of it. And then a few ways down, there's a bean factory as well. So it's in the middle of it. Pretty cool. Got some signs hanged up. I got that tarped out to keep some of the cold air out, but it doesn't work. I have an old Diet Right Cola sign, old Pepsi sign. I have a old time flashing phone and a Pepsi phone. Pretty cool. That's it for right now. I'll see y'all later.